Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you are. And welcome back to the Beta Plan, playing Planescape Torment once again. And because Dakon leveled to level 7 fighter, which is a specialization, his blade has shifted, giving him not now +1 but +2 enchanted and +4 armor class, 2 additional first mage spells, and an additional second mage spells. Yes, his blade is awesome. Fortunately, he did lose his identify spell because I leveled him up before I used it. But yeah, we also need to soon buy his spells because he can already do level 4 spells, and I am already capable of doing level 5 spells, and I'm not using them, which is a bit bad. I also realized I am just going to identify these guys because, well, if I die, No, I don't think my spells get reset now that I do it, but everything else is identified right now. Bloody Teardrop. Yes! Oh, we know it. It's the Tears die, which actually went away. We also saw for sale in Vreshka's shop, but it can only be used by lawful good creatures, which is such a shame because it gets permanently +1 constitution. And before you're wondering, no, we are not lawful good. We are neutral good. We might shift to lawful good, I don't know, I will see what my actions bring me. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that is, like, particularly needed. Though there is also other advantage of being lawful good, like some very late game weapon that can be used. But, Lady Franco. Sorry, this commonly middle-aged woman is wandering about, dreamily absent-mindedly chewing on her thumbnail. Her eyes seem to focus on nothing in particular. She's dressed in elegance, yet disheveled finery, and her hair is slightly tousled. She takes her thumb from her mouth, smoothing back a strand of hair that had fallen in front of her eyes. Are you by chance Lady Phonecomb? Her eyes widen momentarily. She looks away from you. No, I'm not, sir. You're a terrible liar, you know. Lady Phonecomb sneers, and you're a horrible, scarred ruin of a man. More of a corpse given some sad semblance of life than anything else. Now go away. Wait, I had hoped to receive training in the magical arts. I shall dash your hopes to pieces then. I no longer wish to teach magic. Now go and leave me in peace. But why not? As if it were of any concern of yours. Well, it is. I seek to learn, and you can teach. I would know what I might do to convince you to train me. She sighs loudly and resumes chewing on her thumbnail. I doubt there's little you can offer me which I cannot find on my own. The Century Stones provide me with all the things that my considerable wealth cannot buy. The Century Stones? Yes. Each stone has recorded within its one experience or another. When I first came to these halls, I spent a little time with them. Only now do I realize what I had been missing. What had you been missing?
Updated my journal.
She nods smilingly. Her eyes take on a glassy sheen, and she holds herself tightly. One could spend lifetimes here among the stones. Experience after wondrous experience. Mere words cannot express their magnificence. I can only suggest you see for yourself, sir. You sound addicted. She snarls at you. Nonsense. I could stop any time I wished. I merely choose to bask in their wonder. Why waste time teaching dawdlings and ungrateful matrons when I could remain here among these precious stones, living 100 new lives each day? Don't think the stones are here for that. Shouldn't you seek sensations of your own to share? Humph! You think it matters little to me. Farewell! By the way, if you break off the conversation anywhere in between, because I have to admit I had to do the recording again, then, well, you kind of luck out on the ability to, finish this quest line, which is probably also what I did with AV Havelock, which is a bit of a shame, because I do really want to come back to teach within the Civic Festival and not just stand over there, because that's another 10,000 experience. Too bad. I had some questions, Shalabaz, because, well, you have to know. He wants to become the mage tutor. Well, you could always bring up the fact that she's addicted to Century Stones. She doesn't seem to want to teach anymore.
Updated my journal.
Celebish tines lips curl into a nasty smile. Is she now? And she no longer cares to teach? Excellent. He rubs his hands together like a cliche villain with a dastardly plot. I'll request to be made in the new mage tutor shortly then. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. With that, I really do wonder if I have completely locked myself out of,
Anna, were you raised in the hive?
Mind your own business, succubus. I've nothing to say to you.
Very well then.
Well, that was the shortest conversation.
All right.
Those two don't come along very well. Phone come. Lady Forgo squints at you as if trying to remember who you were. Suddenly she frowns pointedly. You! I hope you are not come here in an ill-fated attempt to drag me back to the training chamber, because I most certainly shall not go. Just wondered if you knew that Salabash was happy to hear of your decision, and is requesting to be made the new mage tutor. Salabash? That poor little loaf? A man couldn't magic his way out of a mildewed sack. Now, what is that decision you speak of? Why, your decision to remain in the Sensoriums, and to no longer train less experienced mages.
Updated my journal.
What? But I... Yes, Lady Thorncombe. She glares at you. Asinine. Holy asinine. Should you see Salabash again, tell him not to bother. I shall return to the training chambers at once. Perhaps I'll see you there, Lady Thorncombe. Farewell. 12,000 experience.
I'm gone.
Really afraid that I can luck out those nice experience points with every luck. Perhaps I should let myself be trained as a rogue for a moment and see if that still gives me that lovely amount of XP, because I do like that. I don't know. Perhaps I'll lock myself out of it, but that is for another time, because I just realized I had promised something else this episode, and that is the Sensoriums stones, the Sensory stones, which, well, Lady Formcombe was addicted to. Let's, we'll go about it then. Sensate Guide. Yes, I am. He wants to know if I want one of the Sensory stones. I first want to experience one of the standard. And there are 7 experiences to do. I want to do Unavoidable Pain. Good. The stone you shall want to use is one of the smaller chambers, one room clockwise from the staircase. The green-yellow color. Very good. Let's go there. Begin the sensation. By the way, this costs money. Don't think this is for free. The experience is a short and violent one, struggling with another, slightly stronger man on the edge of a blazing hot stream of molten lava. Your weapon handles slowly, inexorably fall ever closer to the magma. Beads of sweat evaporate the instant they appear. The hair on the back of your hand blackens and smolders above the awesome heat. Finally, your howls of suffering echoing from the canyon walls around you. Your hand in the axe it holds plunges into the lava and charts to ash in a few agonizing seconds. Stir yourself from the experience. 750 XP. The experience seems to have stirred some long-forgotten, vaguely similar memory in your own mind. You feel as if you gained something from using the Sensory Stone. Yes, let's use all of them. I'd like another session, please. I want one of the standards. I want Tender Love this time around, and that should be in here, because I'm just going them off numerical value. Tender Love. Your eyes are closed. You can sense yourself standing on the tips of your toes, pressed against someone lightly. Soft lips brush against yours, giving you the most gentle of kisses. Your heart seems to flutter in your chest, and you feel as if you could fall backwards and simply float off into space. Stir yourself from the experience. Love, still denied to me, but I have experience in such matters. Great it can be. I wish for another one. I will go for number 3 then. Mind-numbing tedium will do. Mind-numbing tedium it will be. The experience couldn't be more than a few minutes long, but hours seemed to pass. A long, boring lecture in the dustiest hall in the University of Charm and Sigil. You look about in the vast hall, hoping to catch someone's eye to pull a face at, but the other students are either asleep or staring listlessly into space. You drop your quill pen, pick it up, and drop it again just for something to do. You consider yourself stabbing yourself in the eye with it, just to see if your senses haven't been wholly numbed by incredibly boredom. Alright. Can I actually get it from this guy as well? Yeah, I can. And then don't need to walk all the way there. Sheer wonder will do, please. Thank you very much. Begin the sensation. Hesitantly, you open your mouth and take a shallow breath, and water flows into your lungs like cool air. You smile and take a deep breath, gawking in all directions as you slowly sink to the bottom of the harbor, while hundreds of colorful fish weave through twisting tracts of brilliant coral. As your feet touch the bottom, you peer up to the keel of your ship and laugh aloud with joy. A string of great bubbles shooting up towards the surface. Make to consuming impatience. I have to be careful that I don't choose something twice now, should I? This reddish orange stone. Yes, indeed, consuming impatience. You stand debating with Amnas, the horribly slow keeper of the Lion Key, as to whether or not your quest is important enough for him to relinquish the artifact into your care. The whole experience is an exercise in sheer torment. Each and every one of his words is followed by a significant pause. Each and every point he makes is reiterated time and again before he lets you speak. You present an argument, then wait, and wait, and wait, while he makes his counterpoint, to which you shoot out a snappy counterpoint of your own, then must wait yet again for the one of Amna's drawling, meandering, seemingly endless counterpoints. It's everything you can do not to simply lop the fiend's tossed head off and snatch the key from the twisting corpse. Good. Let's do another experience, shall we? They are so fun to do. One, and I think it's now 6 that I need to do. Yes, Tired to Surrender. No, this one is... This is one of the better ones.
Done.
I believe.
I'm gone. Done.
I'm too far away. I was right next to it. Shuddering, chattering, hoping beyond hope to be found, you curl into yourself beneath a blanket of snow to save the little warmth you have left. Fighting to keep your eyes open, to remain awake, you become aware that you can no longer feel your arms, your legs, the eyes against your face. And tired, so tired, you at last resign to the inevitable. You close your eyes, bidding sleep a bitter welcome as a sense of loss forces a single tear, doomed to crystallize before it even reaches your cheek from your aching eyes. Man's survival instinct is very strong, but in the end, well, some things are unfortunately stronger. Supernatural lust will do. I'm sure that you are...
Done.
I already have quite an idea of what this might be. You find yourself coupling with a succubus. Fall from grace. Not fall from grace herself, but like her. Or perhaps it is fall from grace. A creature of such intense, otherworldly beauty that even her fiend's horns and thrashing tail give you no pause. Don't believe that fall from grace has those. She gasps under you. Your desire is so completely that the whole of your existence seems focused towards her single goal. As your life explodes from you in a starry burst, you hear the delighted laughter of the succubus as she drains you dry, leaving your body but a soulless husk. Yeah. Some say that's the best way to go during lovemaking, but yes, I still think it's well, unfortunate that you do go. I want one of the extravagant experiences, please. I want, we have 6 of these as well. Horrible regret. A fine choice. The stone shoes I want is large chambers, 3 rooms counterclockwise. Okay, so we should start here. Oh, this one, I think I know it. Yes. Oh, this is incredible one. You stand on the desk of your flagship, the Divine Hammer, as it floats over the continent of Argerheim, held aloft by the winds of magic. The very landscape rolls and shudders beneath the bombardment of your fleet. 1,000 ships, cannons and bombards hurling their sorcerous fire down like vengeful gods. The shockwaves began to hit in your ship only minutes ago. A constant vibrance that sends shudders through the whole of the ancient craft and moves your very bones, accompanied by a constant rumbling bass, as the land's mountains begin to sink and the seas that surround it begin to boil off into the atmosphere. The first officer comes to stand beside you. My Lord Admiral, permission to speak freely, sir. You not your acquaintance? Your stomach sinking as you guess at this question. My lord, forgive me, but how? What gives us the right? 1 billion lives. You speak without turning to him, unable to take your eyes off Rumors, the nation's vast capital city, as it vaporizes into a cloud of superheated gases, 12 miles across and growing ever wider. If you only knew the full treachery of the Argorites, First Officer Felm, one which is beyond most of any man's comprehension, then you would know. You would speak of our right to annihilate them? We have no right to let them live. But sir, traitors? All of them? Surely among the hundreds of thousands, how many innocents? Silence! Speak of it no more! Our king has spoken, his will be done. The task set to us is a horrible one, not fit for contemplation or questioning. There's no room for pity, no room for remorse, only duty. The two of you stand silently for a time, watching the last minutes of Argerheim. At long last you sigh, a low, stuttering exhalation that sounds as if something has broken inside of you. Beneath the brazen plate that covers the ruined half of your face, your dead eye begins to weep. Full, my friend. I would have you understand. I know now, as I look down at what I have wrought here, that were I to think upon what I have done, what I have truly done, I would be struck mad. A deed such as this, the anguish would overwhelm me, destroy me. So, First Officer Falm, it must be that there are no innocents in Argerheim. No mothers, no children, no people. Only traitors. Vile, cunning traitors who deserve no less than the full brunt of our most holy king's wrath. Do you understand this? Yes, my lord. Good now. Go. I wish to be alone here. By your command, Lord Admiral. Falm bows his head and returns below deck, leaving you to stand over the end of civilization. That's one of the more tougher ones, I would say. A very, very interesting one. I'd like another session, please. One of the extra governed, and I would like shock and rise to a seething vengefulness will do.
I'm gone.
Alrighty then, let's do so. The violet stone is the one that, yeah, and that's the arc. You stand somewhere in the nether region of the plains, a sweltering place where the ground is beating copper and the sky is brass. Here the bodies of sinners, petitioners in this horrid place, are rolled amongst iron brambles and bronze scorpions until the bones are fine grey dust. You squint at the horizon, the bone dust rising from putrid-smelling gusts of wind that carry with them the sound of agonizing moaning. There's nothing but flat, metallic landscape as far as the eye can see. The dust is everywhere, and everything. It stings at your eyes, coats the inside of your mouth with a pasty film. You spit, whipping at it with your finger, but of no use. The stuff tastes has fouled your mouth completely. You look down at the key in your hand, a minute platinum orb, and picture the man's face who solely swore to you the magical portal you just passed through, now gone of course, led to the green fields of Bytopia. Someone by all the powers and their proxies was going to pay for this one. When you take the wrong portal, then that can happen. Oh no, please don't.
Done.
No! I am blocked by those incredibly unbeatable challenges of RPGs. A non-hostile NPC standing in the doorway. Alright then, let's go with slowly drawing horror.
I'm gone.
There we go. This bluish purple stone, yes. How good could it be, you think, regarding the burgundy liquor carefully across the table from you? The twisted old man smiles slyly. Please, sir, try, he whispers. His hushed voice the sound of dry leaves blown over a roughly cobbled street. Thou shalt find it more than lives upon to thy expectations. Thou shalt find it more than that it lives up to thy expectations, I am sure. Continue the experience. You nod at him and lift a crystal goblet into the air, watching the light play through the crimson liquor. You've come a long way for this drink. Search long and hard for this old man, and you'll be damned to let anything rush you now. The moment was to be savored. You raise the glass to your lips, inhaling the stuff's aroma. The bouquet is light, sweet, intoxicating, almost dizzyingly so. You've tried countless drinks, written tomes about them, their flavors and smells, means of manufacture, in your journeys across the plains. But this stuff was supposed to be legendary. No living man you'd found or heard of had tried the stuff. The stories were ridiculous. Nothing could taste quite so good. But if there were the slightest bit of truth to them, this would be some fine liquor indeed. At last you drink off the goblet, a cautious sip. Incredible, indescribable. As the flavor washes over your palate, you fight the urge to shudder with delight. Nothing you've tried in all your long years has tasted quite like this. You look up at the old man, startled to find your glass empty. You drain it all in a single draught. You wipe your eyes with the back of your hand, not entirely sure when you had begun to cry. Tears of joy, eh? The old man laughed softly. Quite pleasing to the tongue, is it not? Would you like some more, perchance? He smiled at you once more. Yes, if I might. Surely, he replies, refilling your glass. Try as you might, you cannot resist downing it in a single gulp. You thrust your finger into the goblet and attempt to find some last hidden drop of the stuff. Several times more does he fill the goblet, and each time you gulp yourself down as a starving man would devour a feast, unable to control yourself, to deny yourself another exquisite taste of it. He chuckles softly once more. A drink such as this, a man would do anything for it. You nod without hesitation. Yes, a man would. Looking at him, his sly smile suddenly takes on a whole new meaning, and sense of horror begins to creep over you, even as you begin to yearn painfully for more of the blood-red liquor. Yes. The old man grins, his yellow eyes gleaming. Man wouldst do anything in the thrall of such a drink. Even the most terrible, the most heinous of deeds. As thou shalt see, my newest servant. Well, that was something he probably did not bargain for, but he got nonetheless. So, where is indescribable frustration? Indescribable frustration. A fine choice. It is in the 3 rooms counterclockwise. Alright, so I start once again over here with the full experience of the line. You can see it now, the crown of hyphen? I will call it hyphen. Gleaming on a marble pedestal, no more than 20 strides away, and with it you could wrest control of the armies of Antinopolis, away from your treacherous brother, and restore your father's kingdom. A fool your wretched brother was. You smiled grimly at the thought, to leave the king's only daughter alive, thinking she could do him no harm. A sound, the creak of leather sandals, the softest hiss. Over there, by that 3rd pillar. She was close now. Full of feet, a Medusa. Jealously guarding the crown her servants had stolen for her so long ago. Crouching behind the white pillar, you wrap your hands tightly around your trusted thrice-blessed javelin. With your helm of swiftness and the 100 mirrored shield, even a beast such as Falafi would be no match for you. Any moment now she would round the pillar and meet the sight of you. Even if she turned away from the shield, your javelin would surely find her throat. Suddenly there's a gentle touch on your shoulder. You gasp, spinning around to the face. Of course, the Medusa. Accepting the inevitable, you only have time to lose a piercing cry of frustration before your lungs and every other part of you solidifies into cold grey stone. Medusas from Greek mythology, and such a creature they are, heck, and we met one even here in the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. A vastly important secret will do. Let's do one before the last. 6 Imperial servants rush ahead of you, swinging the golden doors of the Dragon Palace wide. Long live the Empress! They cry in unison. 1,000 years! Long live the Empress! 1,000 years! Beyond the threshold, dozens of loyal warlords, kings in their own rights, drop to their knees, touching their heads to the floor in deference as you pass them and en route to the Grand Imperial Throne. As you turn and face your minions, seating yourself upon the Imperial Throne, you allow a small satisfied smile to creep across your carefully painted lips. There's but one thought in the forefront of your mind. That the body of the young Empress, Wu Tsung-Cha, lies broken at the bottom of the Well of Solitude, and you, Bai Hua, the horse merchant's daughter, are at last poised to shake the Empire and the corrupt Wu dynasty to its very foundations. Well, money is power, and power. Well, actually, the sentences are, knowledge is power, knowledge, now I need to think about it. Knowledge is power, power corrupt, study hard, be evil. But, and there's also a sentence about, absolute power, power corrupts, but absolute power is absolutely lovely, or something like that. If you sit on that throne, whore's daughter, you probably might just become as corrupt as the Wu dynasty. Well, time for our last session, lycanthropy. I would think that would be an excellent ending, considering our channel. Suddenly aware that the hour has almost come, you leap from your bed and run flying from your cottage into the surrounding woods. Stumbling in the dark, you come to a small moonlight clearing, the one you had found last week and decided to use tonight. You hastily strip off your clothes, sit in the long grass, and wait. You close your eyes, listening to the steady chirp of crickets, and the throaty croaking of bullfrogs in the near creek, the rustle of the grass as the wind caresses it. What would someone think seeing this through your eyes, experiencing this moment, and what was next to come? So you would travel to the city, find a clerk to rid you of the curse, but for now, may as well make the best of things. You rub your hands together with anticipation, grinning like a bearded, fire-headed giant of a madman, sitting naked and alone in a forest clearing in the dead of night. A prickling sensation runs across your skin and your senses sharpen dramatically. You breathe in through your nose, inhaling the scent of everything around you. The damp earth, the sweat on your cast-off clothes, your possums clinging fearfully to a tree behind you. You open your eyes and look down at your forearms. The faint moonlight reveals the slightest quivering across their surface. But in moments the flesh begins to ripple impulsively, tufts of thick brown fur sprouting forth. With a grisly cracking sound, like popping joints and grinding bones, your back and shoulders begin to hunch and broaden. Uncomfortably, but not quite painful. Your muscles, your entire body mass doubles, triples in size and continues to grow ever more. Still fascinated by the transformation itself, you watch as your fingers wither away into nothing, hands swell into mini paws from which burst fur and massive black claws. The night seems to become brighter as your eyes transform, becoming accustomed to the darkness. A wide muzzle comes into view, and you touch your wet, snuffing nose delicately, chuckling to yourself. Next time you think you'll have to stare into the mirror, or pause as the curse takes effect. Watch your face warp and change, losing its familiar shape to become a bear's. Soon it becomes difficult to concentrate upon anything but your more basic urges. Food would be good right now. Yes, food. Perhaps you got lucky and find a nice fat catfish in the creek. You rise off your massive haunches with a huff and begin to amble through the trees on all fours, heading to the water's edge. Yes, in Dungeons & Dragons you do not only have werewolves, but you also have many other types of were-creatures. Were-rats we have already seen, but there are were-tigers, were-bears, yes, you can name it. Almost every type of creature, I would say. Were-crocodiles even. Yep, but with that we have done all the Sentry Stones on this Sensorium. I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.